is this working or not? And the answer is yes. So what I wanted to do in this video today is go over what I've discovered personally using the Isochain for 10 weeks. What's up guys, this is Chris with NoLimitSquad, your personal Isochain and fitness vlogging channel. All right guys, today we're gonna go over what I've learned in the last 10 weeks using the Isochain and how my body has adapted and how it feels now, because there is quite a list here I'm gonna go over. So the first thing I wanna go over is that my connective tissues are indeed stronger. It's something that I can now feel. What I mean by this, there have been certain exercises that I haven't done for a while on purpose that I've come back to now, and it's just like, wow, does this feel different? Okay, so one of the exercises in question is the torso rotation, the one at Planet Fitness, where you just twist your body to the side. Here's a video of it right here. And it's one of my favorite exercises for the abdominal region that I've done since I first started lifting in 2009. Highly recommended, by the way. So one of the things I've been running into as of late, I'd probably say around 2018, 2019, maybe even a little bit of 2017, it wasn't really bothering me that much, is when you use that exercise, when you use that machine, by definition, obviously it's using your rectus abdominis and your internal external obliques to complete the movement from left to right. All right, and of course from 0 to 180 degrees is full range of motion, but I felt a little bit of it pulling into my hip adductor, into my groin, my hip flexors, and I'm like, yo, like I was still feeling it with my abs, but I'm like, yo, this really hurts, and it's like it's stopping me from the movement. So it's like, okay, so my abs are strong, but the connective tissues in my hip flexors aren't. Okay, so it's like, it's painful. It's like somebody's like pulling at it, and I'm like, yo, this. So what I would do is I just grin and not be a bitch, you know, perform the movement and then just be like, you know, as I'm done. But after a while, it really started to hurt. It felt like a weird tendinitis type of pain. I don't know how to explain it. Okay, that is gone. It is totally gone. So when I hopped back on it 2 weeks ago, and I'm just like, I actually have a video of me doing that in the so did it work or not video, which you can find right here or right here. When I got on it and I'm twisting on it, I'm just like, yo, this doesn't hurt anymore. So now I'm just like, oh, now it's time. So I'm just ripping into that thing, of course with good form, you know, just ripping into that thing. I'm just like, oh man, this feels so good. It's back to like when I was 24 doing this thing again. It's just like no pain, no groin pain. It's just the abdominal hurt, the good hurt, if that makes sense. So I love that. So connective tissues are stronger. Today, depending on when you're seeing this, there was a big nor'easter that just hit. We just got slammed with, I don't know, 8 inches or something like that. I live in central Pennsylvania, where there is absolutely jack shit going on. When we got hit, I'm like, all right, you know, I gotta shovel that snow. So I've shoveled snow before here, and it's not that it's not that shoveling snow is hard. I'm not saying that it's hard. When I shovel the snow, it's like, it's whatever, you know, my muscles have been built to a point, like I'm just shoveling the snow and it's not a big deal. It's not heavy. It's not like, oh my gosh, my arms are gonna fall off. Listen, man, I'm a bodybuilder, all right? But what used to happen, I gotta let you guys know this, okay? What used to happen when I shovel snow is my lower back would be so sore. Not like painful, like, oh my God, I pulled something, but it's just like sore, like this is the first muscle group to give out type of feeling, if that makes sense. So it was gone. It was gone. I just did it this morning. Gone. And on top of that, like usually there's a little bit of cardiovascular lag, like, you know, I don't have to stop like 15,000 times during the shoveling session, but you know, maybe like 2 or 3 at most, you know, for a good 30 to 45 minutes of shoveling. It stopped once. So I'm like, why is that? My cardio hasn't changed. It's still 2 hits and 1 steady state cardio session a week. So 3 sessions a week. And I'm like, I didn't change that. So like the Isochain is the only thing that has changed. So I'm like, you know, this morning I'm like, yo, I know it's the Isochain. I know myself too well at this point. So like I was kind of ready for the lower back pain, fatigue this morning. And I was like, oh wow, I didn't get it. Oh, that's cool. That's freaking awesome, man. So I'm like, yo, what else is this thing making strong? It just got me excited. So I'm just shoveling the snow, looking like a madman, smiling, just like the neighbor down the street. He was like, damn, what the hell is wrong with this guy? All right. but it was great. I mean, it felt fantastic. Tendinitis. So when I performed the cable crossover movement, I'd say probably around 2017-ish, again, is when, like, same with the torso rotation, I started to get like right here. First it was my left arm and my right arm was fine. Then it started becoming both. So I had to really be careful when I cycled those cabled chest flies into my routine. With the pin pec fly, I really didn't get that. But with the cable, because it's constant tension, I've gotten hurt. Gone. It's gone. That's what I know. And it started to happen around week 7, week 8-ish. I think I mentioned that in the other video that I just sent the card to a couple minutes ago. It's gone. It is totally gone. It's weird. It's weird. So it's just like, okay, so now it's getting to the point where I'm doing weight so heavy, I have to set up the bench so that the weight doesn't fling me back. So I only weigh like 175. Okay, so if I'm pulling 70s on each side, it's gonna pull me back because of the weight and how much I weigh. A nice problem to deal with, and I'll deal with it. My workouts in general are not really cardiovascularly taxing, and what I mean by that is, so the strength is there. I train primarily over the years, and even now, I train primarily for strength with some focus on hypertrophy at times, but a lot of the time I'll be lifting for less reps with maybe 2 to 3 minute rest times on average. So I don't really look big. I mean, some people might say that, but whatever. I don't really look big, but I lift for heavy numbers, okay? That's just how I like to train. So after a while, it's just like, you know, I mean, those big lifts, you know, that's cardiovascularly taxing. And the amount of cardio that requires has reduced. And I believe that that's from the does your cardio get affected by the Isochain video, which you can find here or here, wherever. It is affecting. Remember, it lowers your resting heart rate. What that means is that now my VO2 max has increased for sure. That is without a doubt. I've been on a cut since September, but I know I've been on cuts plenty of times before. I know what a cut does. And sometimes I'm even more exhausted on the cut, you know, than on the bulk. So now it's just like, wow, this feels really freaking weird. I just don't have that cardiovascularly taxed feeling. So now I feel like I don't need as much rest time. Now I still take it, but I feel like I don't need as much. It feels like I've been doing more cardio when I haven't. This is an interesting one. I just mentioned earlier, so I got off of bulk around September, right? So right now I'm on cutting phase. Normally people do it in reverse. They cut in time for the summer. Just I'm weird, man. I like to do things how I like to do things. Okay, but I'm on the cut right now, so I cut down from 190 to 175. So for when you're at 190, obviously you weigh more. That indirectly translates to more strength. So I was lifting more. I was doing shoulder presses at 100 pounds, and I have video to put, and it's like, I mean, it was tough, but like, I don't know, it came at a cost of less definition, and I love definition. For me personally, I just like a chiseled body. That's just what I like. That's what are my goals. So I was really uncomfortable in the bulk. Anyway, different topic for different YouTube video. Now what I've noticed is I'm 15 pounds lighter, and I'm almost there. I was doing 95s, 15 pounds lighter, and normally it's just like, you know, like that feeling where it's just like, holy shit, it's 295 freaking pound dumbbells. It's not there anymore. I mean, it just feels better, more efficient, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. The fact that it's almost at the same weight as a couple months ago when I was 15 pounds heavier is awesome, okay? Because we all know when we transition from a bulk to a cut, we don't always keep the strength. More often than not, we lose it. More often than not, there are exceptions to the rule. Okay, some lifts are freaking insane now. Now, what I'm going to preface this with is the form 100% no? Is it trash? No. One of the things I want to mention is the bicep curl. So in the video that I mentioned earlier, again, is this working or not? Is it affecting my weightlifting? So I'm curling the bicep curl at 70. Now it's a little bit of back recruitment, relax, but it's still, I'm like, I wasn't doing this before. I was not doing this before. It was stuck down here. It was stuck. Like, so I really have to, you know what I mean, to bring it up. And it's not there. So now it's just a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of back, but it's primarily bicep. And I'm just like looking at it like, yo, what the hell? This is my arm. Like, I'm looking at it in disbelief. So my hammer's up a little bit as well. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So it's weird. You know, some of the guys that I lift with at night, you know, these are big dudes. These are dudes benching 315, 365. And I'm over there hammer curling. So whenever I work out, I'm always focused on my image in the mirror to make sure the form is good. Okay, so I have my earbuds in, so I really just focus on myself when I lift. The volume was down, and I heard one of the dudes like, yo, what the hell? I heard him, and I was like, I know, bro. I know. Like, how the hell is this happening? I don't know. I know it's because the strength. So on average right now for the bicep curl, I'm doing 3 sets of 6-second contractions with 10-second rest time, unlike the Promethean where it's 20-second rest time. And I'm pulling around 160, maybe 165 on a good day. But it's a lot more than what it used to be, which is like 120 something, 125. If you want to know what my first bicep curl number is, I performed my first Isochain exercise on camera. So if you ever want to know my original numbers, they're right there. Because I started the YouTube channel the day I got the Isochain, literally. So my numbers are all there for the whole world to see. Okay, and it was great. I mean, like, what the hell? So the hammer curls up. I mean, and it just makes sense. The front raise is stronger now because of pulling. Oh my God. The shoulder press is stronger now. So of course, the hammer curl with a little bit of the shoulder, it just makes sense, right? Those areas are stronger now by default. The leg curl. So one of the things I used to struggle with, now I've been maxing the leg curl for years. Again, I don't focus on hypertrophy, so I don't bring it up and then 1, 2, 1, 2. I just fling it. Now it's not like, you know, wrecking the whole freaking machine. So I move it like this, and you can see how I do the leg curl in the video. I just bring it up, boom, 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 like that. That's my tempo. You can see it for yourself. Doing 200, I was good for 200, 3 sets of 10 on average, but 210, the whole stack, this is the lying leg curl on the pin selector machine, by the way. Doing the whole stack, bringing down those 2 little 5s, I could only ever manage to pull a 10-8-8. I have never been able to get over that, ever. And even today I just did legs. I mean, it was done. Fling, 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 done. No momentum carrying over from rep to rep. It's boom, done, boom, done. It's done. And I was like, yo, what? Yo, like all 3 sets of 10 just done. No problem. No problem. The leg extension, the pin selector. So again, I've been doing 305 for years. I pull myself into the seat with my hands to make sure that my butt's not coming off the seat. All right, and I'm bringing my legs all the way up. On average, I was able to do it for probably 3 years now at this point. I've been able to max the leg extension pin selector machine. If you guys have been following me since I started the channel, I've had knee issues that I'm sure if I didn't have these knee issues that I'm battling right now, I mean, now my knees feel a lot better, and that's another point that I'm gonna make soon in this video. But if I didn't have these knee issues that I'm dealing with, y'all would have been seeing my squat 405 videos on the NoLimitSquad channel already, because I've done it before. I mean, I've done the 405 to parallel. The only thing is, it just really freaking hurts. So it's just like, I really don't want to do it because it hurts. You know, you don't want to go through pain on top of the freaking the DOMs. Like, you just want to deal with the DOMs. Does that make sense? So I haven't really been squatting like that because my freaking knee, even wrapped up. What I've noticed though, now I have not gone heavy, but I did try 225 the other week just randomly in between clients. It was fine. It was no problems, no wraps, no nothings. I was like, I did 135. I was like, yeah, whatever. You know, 225, like fine, 3 sets of 10. A little bit of a burn there, but you know. So the highest I've done on the squat is a 405 for 3. 3 solid. I did 5 with some help, and it was really sloppy. But that's my PR on the barbell squat to parallel, not ass to grass, just parallel. Areas that are lacking since I've started the Isochain. Nowhere except the bench press. That's it. Here's what I'm gonna say for this. All right, I'm gonna explain. The bench press, okay. I have the OG Isochain set up for the bench. I hooked the Isochain bar to it, the 1.0s. I didn't hook the 2.0 up to the wooden setup yet. Honestly, because I don't really want to put torque on it, so I've been staying away from it. It was supposed to be in the Power 45 routine, but to be honest, I backed away because I don't want to warp the freaking loading ring. I really don't. I haven't really been, you know, yes, I have the chest one and it's gone up. Don't get me wrong, it's gone up, okay? But it's not to the crazy Isochain levels that everything else has gone up. So if everything went up like this, the bench press went up like this, okay? So it's half my weightlifting progression with progressive overload and half the Isochain training. So, you know, where you adjust the chest press in, like I did in the video, and you just push up like that. So you just gotta adjust it right. Otherwise you're doing the shoulder press or you burn your forearm. So you have to make sure that that one's right. So if you're not sure on how to do the chest press, I have a video. I'm not gonna do the link here. You can, it's in the playlist. It does work. It's just, I don't know. I guess I just have to get over it. It's just, when the ring snapped, it just kind of messed with me a little bit. So I just have been really careful about that. But the chest press, it's gone up, but not noticeable. I would like the end of next year, my goal is to be doing 315 for reps. I'm good on a solid 315 for like 2 to 3 right now. So I'm pretty much doing 275 on average for like 5 to 8, anywhere between 5 and 8 reps right now. Another thing I've noticed, Isochain sessions within 2 hours of me lifting is not a good idea. So say for example, I do an Isochain session at 3 p.m. and then I'm gonna go lift at 5. No. All right, and I did that one time because I'm not gonna lie, I was procrastinating. So I was like, all right, let me hurry up and do this Isochain on break, because I'm split shift with PT. So I did it on break, and then I was like, all right, you know, I had a client reschedule, so I just went and I was just gonna lift. And I was like, yo, I feel tired. So I'm attributing it to CNS fatigue. It could just be, you know, that I was just tired from the Isochain session in general, but either or, regardless, it was not enough time for me to fully recover. So it has to be, for me, at least 4 hours in between. Otherwise, it's just not good. So that's one of the things I noticed. Do not do that. No knee pain. No knee pain. Something I want to show you guys real quick, right? This used to hurt. You only have a video to go off of, so I can't accurately describe it. But doing this, a simple body weight lunge, hurt. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Just doing this. Body weight, not even holding any dumbbells. Now, man, you know how much that would have hurt? It would have hurt. Oh my God. Yo, I'm just glad I got my my jumping lunges back. I feel like how I used to feel again, which is just great, man. And this is only 10 weeks in. I'm sure they're gonna feel even better. There was no pain there. You know what that does? You know how that makes an athlete feel? Like, oh my God, it's crazy. My flexibility. So I don't know if you guys can see right there in the corner, I have one of those martial arts leg torture devices there. It's really good. I highly recommend getting one if you want to work on your flexibility. It sucks, but it works. So I'm not gonna lie, I'll be totally transparent with the channel, as I always have been. I haven't really been using it. I've been dabbling with it every now and then, but I was on it during quarantine. So like March to like around May, June, when I was using the OG Isochain, I was doing that and then right into that. But I haven't used it since. So probably around like June. I'll be honest, one thing that's really weird, I don't know if this is happening to you guys yet, I feel more flexible. Like I've been using it, but I haven't been using it. So apparently the elasticity of the tendons and ligaments not only have they been getting stronger, but the range of motion, the joint angle that they're able to extend to has increased. Now, I don't know why that's happening. Maybe there's something I'm missing in the isometric manual. I don't know why that's happening. So maybe you guys can explain. I don't know. It's a nice bonus. I know that I'm not doing anything else. I'm not even stretching like that. I should be, but I'm not even stretching like that. So I'm just like, what the hell? What gives? I mean, I'm excited. So imagine, you know, the increased flexibility on top of actually being consistent with that like I need to be. What is gonna happen? Maybe I'll get to my splits. I don't know. The last thing is I just feel stronger in general. This thing really works. And if this is only 10 weeks in, imagine what 6 months, 3 months to, this is only 2 months, 2 weeks away, 3 months. But imagine 6 months to a year. It's an entirely different athlete. What is this gonna do for people? This is why I'm still excited about this Isochain. I mean, it works. It clearly works. I mean, it's awesome. I can't sing it enough praises. People on my Facebook, they're probably tired of me like, all right, Chris, we get it. It's like, no, you really don't. Okay, because if we put two athletes together, I'd give it to the Isochain athlete, the one that's weightlifting, cardio, plus the Isochain. I gotta give it to him. I gotta give it to him. They win. A lot of passion flows through this one. I just wanted to go over some of the things that I've experienced with Isochain. That's all I got. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully this is for those that don't have your Isochain yet. I'm probably just making you like salivate even more when you do get it. Sorry, but I was there once. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. So that's all I got for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, you like the content, be sure to drop a like. Go ahead and comment. It helps out a lot. And if you're not yet part of the No Limit Squad, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come join the squad. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.